Hi, I'm Antwand Pearman. I'm here with Payne from The Walking Dead. Man, it is a pleasure to meet you, good sir.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Awesome. So, first and foremost, I'm pretty sure everyone comes up to you and says, hey, you know you look like Jesus.
Oh my God. I mean, they also come up to me and say, you look just like my brother or my cousin or my dad or this guy I met in the bar last night. And invariably it's someone with long hair and a beard. And I look and I go, oh, I do kind of look like that guy because I've got long hair and a beard.
Exactly.
But yeah, people do, Jesus all the time. And they walk past me and they whisper it and they shout it to me from vans and trucks as they drive past. It's a whole weird lifestyle.
Do you cause uproars in churches or something like that?
I haven't set foot in a church since this whole thing happened to me. I'm kind of afraid the world might explode.
All right, so tell us, what's happening with you on Walking Dead? I mean, this has been a long journey, and you've been through so much stuff, and you played the moral compass of the show to me. So what's happening to you this season?
So this season takes place a year and a half after the end of last season and the defeat of Negan and the Saviors. All of the societies, so Hilltop, Sanctuary, Kingdom, and Alexandria are all rebuilding themselves from the ground up. And you will see that some are probably doing a better job than others. And Hilltop was always pretty sustainable, and that's why we could give half of our stuff to the Saviors when they arrived, and it was no sweat really. So Hilltop might be doing better than other communities in the new season, and then there may be tensions within that because it's all to do with trade and okay, well, what can you give us for what we have, etc., etc. And so we're all trying to work together and rebuild, but it might be a little bit harder than people think.
Yeah, I mean, last season kind of left it at this point of thinking like there might be a kind of civil war because, there was some differences of how everything should have ended. Right. You were on the side of saying, no, we shouldn't be like them. Right. And then some people are like, no, we need to get our revenge. And so I'm assuming that this narrative is going to play a role in the new season.
Well, I mean, them in that situation have been defeated, really.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's always that struggle of how should we move forward? How should you be a leader like Negan? Should you be a leader like Rick? And everyone has different opinions on that. So, if you're starting a society from the beginning, as is happening, then there are good directions and bad directions that may head into.
Okay. So, of course, we have to address the elephant in the room. Obviously, one of the major characters of the show is supposedly leaving. They've been marketing this.
I know, crazy.
Like
I didn't know
crazy.
They were gonna do that.
I know, you're like, hey, let's market the guy leaving. So,
they've gone full on for that.
I would figure that you guys have been like ride or die for all this time. How does it affect you personally? Like to see this guy, he's moving on to greater things.
I mean, as far as me personally, like I've known Andy for a while and before the show and stuff, and on the show, most of my stuff with Rick only really happened when I first joined the show.
Yeah.
But so I've always done most of my work with other people, but Andy is always a presence, on set. I obviously see him all the time, and he set this thing up from the beginning, and it's been 8 years, coming up to 9 years now, and I don't think Andy will ever truly leave the show. The spirit of Andy lives on through everyone who's joined and everyone who continues on the show. So it's a change, but I honestly don't think it's going to affect the show in this big seismic way because it's all set up. And the show is about loss and moving on from loss. And this is a loss, but if I'm going to be slightly sad about the whole thing, we all lose our parents at some point,
Yeah.
and Andrew and Rick is a parent in the show, but guess what? It's another loss that you have to take and move on from. And the show will be different, but it will continue as we all have to.
All right, cool. So we were talking a little bit beforehand. You're a gamer.
Yeah.
This is good. Yeah. This is good because a lot of people aren't really gamers out there in the acting world, and just to know that you're a gamer, they dabble, but you're a true blue gamer. I mean,
like from Super Nintendo and Mega Drive,
ooh.
And all that stuff. I didn't have a next gen in that. It was Sega Saturn and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have an N64. I had a bit of a break actually because I couldn't afford it. and then I got Walking Dead, and then I got the Xbox and the PS4, and I'm back straight into it.
Wow. See, I'm happy that you did all those name drops as a as a gamer.
Oh, dude, I get way into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So where are you playing right now?
So I just played out the new Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I like those games. It's funny, I was talking to my brother about it the other day, and he just played through all of the Uncharted games, which I did as well, like from beginning, because you can buy the whole pack now.
Yes.
And that's, even starting at the beginning of those games, even with the graphics and everything, it's like, it's worth it to get the whole story. And he was saying to me, and I kind of agree, that Uncharted like changed the game with that, and they're neck and neck, if not ahead of Tomb Raider in the time that Tomb Raider had off.
Yeah.
So Tomb Raider's got some like ground to catch up on there, and they're doing a good job. I like how they rebooted it, and I like the storylines. But yeah, they got some real competition now.
Yeah. See, and the thing about Tomb Raider that's really cool, is the female lead. She was Lara Croft was always a strong character. Yeah. Even when they rebooted it, you just see her building up to a screen. Yeah. So that's cool. I like that. And you also mentioned you were playing Spider-Man, right?
I just bought Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I played out the new, not anymore, the Far Cry game, because that's just like really fun open world.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for Red Dead 2.
Listen.
I'm so excited for that.
Listen, no auditions, no nothing for the month of Red Dead. This is it, like.
Red Dead 2 is going to be. Yeah, but it's going to be like a GTA when they're going to have all the online. It's going to take over your life.
I know, but we going to play it. We're gamers. So like, I'm going to see you online and we're going to be shooting each other.
But it's tough because so the GTA games, I obviously love that. And obviously, I have now worked with Stephen Ogg, who plays Trevor in the GTA games. It blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, that's Trevor. What's happening? This is bizarre. But those games, I played it out, and then I did play online, but then online becomes this whole other thing.
Yes.
And like a lot of the online games, like you have to really put the hours in because other people are just flying ahead of you with all of the stuff that they have and everything. So as long as it's equal enough, then I'll get involved in the online. But some people would just like grind the hell out of that stuff and just get everything before you can even have a chance.
All right, cool. Now I was doing a little research on you. Now, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm totally mistaken. You do music?
Oh, right, okay, so the music thing, I've always sung, but I never and I can play guitar, but I can play like chords and stuff, but I've never been like amazing on guitar, and singing's been more ideal, but in a weird thing, like acting has always been easier for me than singing in public, and I kind of get a bit tense, but my lady is awesome and has been producing and singing for years, and so she has this project with Final Child, which she was like, oh, I'd love you to sing on a couple of the tracks. I was like, okay, well, but it's your deal, and I'm just gonna like come and sing on a couple of tracks because I honestly like the pressure of just me being up there and doing it is too much. And she's like, cool, yeah. So we've put some tracks together, and she started to release them. And on the 25th of October in Atlanta with the Walker Stalker that we're doing, we're having a gig at the Drunken Unicorn. Where I'm going to sing with her, and it's the first gig for the band, and yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be fun. First time I've ever sung in a band, so that's going to be cool.
Awesome. I mean, that's going to be beautiful. I mean, what are the odds? Jesus can sing, he can act.
With help.
So was it coincidence? Were you just growing out your hair at the same time?
I'm so committed as an actor that I will grow my hair.
Yes.
All over my face and on my hair. But it's taken, this is since I've been on the show. Like, I've had a little bit of trimming, but this is since I've been on the show. It was short when I joined.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is gonna come off with a fight, I think, at some point.
Is there anything next for you? Because I can see you doing some amazing stuff. Is there anything that you have down the pipeline, or you would like to see down the pipeline?
Honestly, I'm Walking Dead right now, and I kind of have to with the long hair and the beard. But I'd love to get back into film, and because I love the completed arc. Like, episodic television is great, and especially Walking Dead is amazing. Yeah. But it's nice to be on a project where you know your beginning, middle, and end. So I'm looking forward to maybe doing some more stuff like that.
Okay. Would you be cool if they tried to do a Jesus zombie? I mean, is that something you would? I mean,
there was they're doing Zombieland 2 right now. And I was like, oh, it would be kind of funny if I could have a couple of scenes in that and play a zombie walker or whatever, because it'd just be an interesting kind of crossover thing. Maybe I'd love to turn up in a little Easter egg and something. I think
that'd be cool. Do what Bill Murray did, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That was one of the coolest moments in Zombieland, right? Fun. Oh man, I can't wait to see you do stuff. And lastly, in the spirit of Comic-Con, I've asked every celebrity this question. I'm gonna ask you this, right? If you can be a superhero in a superhero movie, which superhero you think you could be? You would want to be?
if I could be Jason Momoa and play Aquaman, that would be great because he looks badass in that movie, and he's like, man, like I want to be that guy.
The autobiography of Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Yeah,
That's what you can
I'd
do.
be like Jason's younger brother, who's like Aquaman 2,
Awesome.
second chapter.
Well, look, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you giving me the time to interview with you. Listen, I want you to survive this walking. We never know who's gonna go, but all right, you might be the new Rick. I don't know.
We'll see.
Anyway, keep it up.
Thanks.
Thank you.